Sparkles intro for YouTube channel The Velvet Story. Sparkles, Clapperboard. Welcome back to The Velvet Story. This is chapter 25 of our ongoing romantic saga Pretend. In this chapter titled Mohabbat Ye, the emotional storm intensifies as Geet battles for Abhi's custody while Maan wrestles with the emotions he can no longer deny. As past promises, present pain, and uncertain futures collide, what will love demand and what will fate decide? Let's dive in. Heartbreak. Chapter 26, Mohabbat Ye. Geet is wearing a woolen skirt and a warm shirt. She ties a woolen scarf around her neck, and finally wraps herself in a trench coat and long boots, all to protect herself from the brutal chill this winter permits. "Sorry, who are you?" Mr. Paul asked, his voice calm but firm. He's in his mid-60s, a very classy man with a gaze that weighs every word before it's said. "I am Geet," she answered, standing tall despite the tremor in her voice. "You are the same girl who applied for the custody case?" "Yes, sir." After hearing her answer, he was about to get up. "Please, just listen to me once, sir. It's necessary," she pleaded, her voice trembling. "I'll listen to you tomorrow." "Sir, I can't tell you tomorrow what I need to tell you now," Geet said, her eyes locked onto his. "I never did partiality," he replied coldly. "I didn't say that, sir. I hate it when someone starts blackmailing me." "Then in that case, sir, tomorrow you may give the verdict against me, but please do listen to me today," she urged, her voice quivering with emotion. "5 minutes. Sir, I am not here to say whether I love Abhi or not. I just want to tell you why I took his custody in the first place, and why I am still fighting for it now." He didn't give her any encouraging response, but she continued, her heart pounding with desperation. "Sir, I am an orphan. And I understand what an orphan goes through their entire life. Abhi has Dadi. She is not well. She will recover soon, sir. The doctors say otherwise." Geet. Tears rolled down her cheeks. "I know. My Anupama Mamma will never leave me. She'll definitely wake up from this long sleep." "Geet, Ali had the nationality of here. So did his father. We can't give you custody. He has citizenship of New York. The government of New York will take care of him, especially now that we know his grandmother's chance of survival is very low. She will recover, sir. We can hope that, but we cannot give custody to an unknown person." "Sir, I am not an unknown person. I am his mother." He looked at her, as if silently asking, "How come?" Geet took a deep breath and narrated the entire story to him. "Sir, Anupama auntie helped me, and Abhi loves me so much. Only God knows how our relationship was built. I love him, and I can't live without him. I appreciate you, Geet. But decisions are made with logic, not heart. And most importantly, you can say all of these things tomorrow. I'm sorry, sir, but I won't say a single word against me tomorrow, or about what he did to me. Because he wasn't at fault. He was coerced to accept all this. I appreciate him. Geet, if your mother-in-law had asked for custody, the situation would be different. But now, my government can't place trust in someone else," he said directly. "Ali's brother lodged this case. He wants custody, and logically, he is much closer to Abhi than you. Please don't say that, sir," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I'm sorry, Geet, but decisions are made on proofs. And all the proof says Abhinav is better with his uncle," he said, concluding Geet's soliloquy. "Mr. Paul is the man who gives the final decision regarding Abhi. Last time, I didn't show up, because of many reasons. And the main reason? I thought one day, I'd be able to separate from Abhi. But now, this word separation pierces my heart. I don't understand why Ali's brother even lodged the case in the first place. Why can't he enjoy his life?" Meet never even mentioned Ali's brother, but now, here he is. "Anupama Mamma, please get well soon. Look what's happening. I thought I had convinced Mr. Paul, but it seems I failed. Auntie, how can I keep the promise I made to Meet now? I might survive if I know Abhi is with you, but I can't breathe knowing he'll be with a stranger. Where will I go, Babaji? Who will help me now? My lawyer already said he can't do anything. And Mr. Paul, he was my last hope. Please show me a way. Babaji." Geet stood there hugging herself, tears streaming down her face. After the meeting, she pursed her lips to suppress a painful moan. Her heart cried, knowing she had only a few more hours left with Abhi. How would she tell him? How would she live without him? What if she had to leave without him? What would she tell Anupama auntie? More tears poured out. Why is life so difficult for me, only? Man's soliloquy. I was thinking, what has happened in the last few hours? This woman, she never lets me live in peace now. Man Singh Khurana never explains his actions, not even to his family, not even to Dadi Mom. And now, I made a fool of myself in a pub while explaining things to Geet. What did you do, Man Singh Khurana? You've kissed so many girls before. Good, very good. But why? Because Man Singh Khurana fell for his pretend wife. No, yes, no, at least don't lie to yourself, Man. I closed my eyes in pure frustration. Geet, I won't leave you for making me feel like this. Why don't you leave her? She's not at fault, my inner voice argued again. She is the only one at fault, I snapped. How come? Because, cause. Now I'm fighting with myself. How stupid does it look that I'm talking to myself? And it's all because of Geet. If we had known where we stood, this wouldn't have happened, I muttered to myself. I reached New York. It's a very cool place. But I wish I could say the same for my clients. They're married and aged, yet they show how madly in love they still are. I don't understand why, since yesterday, I've only been meeting loving couples. It makes me restless, not restless, just that you want to be with her, my stupid conscience whispered again. Mr. Khurana, my wife loves your outline and we're really looking forward to seeing it on paper as your design, said my client, smiling. My pleasure, I replied. We were about to get up when my eyes landed on a girl. She was talking to someone, but even from the back, she looked so familiar. Stupid, she's wearing the same dress I imagined for Geet, I whispered, and my conscience immediately kicked in. My conscience is getting crazy, right? Her clear image came into view as the man left her side, and the girl leaned slightly back in her seat. She is, indeed Geet. Am I hallucinating her again? Stupid. If you were hallucinating her, it would have been a romantic one, not this, not one where a man leaves her alone. Alone. That word rang in my ears, and strangely, my heart smiled in content. Idiot, I muttered, smiling despite myself. It's better I follow her. I mean, for her safety's sake. Why don't you just admit you want to be with her? Without arguing, I found myself following her. I saw her hugging herself, clearly distressed. Something was definitely wrong, fishy for sure. I stood behind her and gently placed my hand on her shoulder. Man's soliloquy ends. Man placed his hand on her shoulder, and she knew that touch. She turned instantly and threw herself into his arms. She hugged him so tightly, like her life depended on him. Her face buried deep into the curve of his neck, and he inhaled her intoxicating scent, which gave him an odd sense of peace. Now you still want me to give you a reason that you've fallen for her? His inner voice said. He didn't want to admit it, but his restlessness had slightly eased. I don't want to lose Abhi, Geet whispered. I can't live without him. I'll never let anyone snatch Abhi from you, Geet, Man said softly. His hand, tangled in her thick, dense hair, gently caressed her head, trying to calm her. She melted into his touch, the first sign of comfort she'd felt all day. Tell me, Geet, what happened? Man asked gently. Ali's brother, he wants Abhi's custody. Man wanted to ask, who's Ali? Why is he interested in Abhi? But he kept quiet. He could tell, this wasn't the time. Don't worry, we'll find a way, he consoled her, his voice a calming balm. He knew it, this wasn't just something fishy. This was everything, and if he asked her now, she would just deny it. Geet, I didn't know you missed me so much, she said suddenly. She abruptly stepped away from him. Looking around, eyes darting, oh my God, she thought, he's actually here, in reality. She wasn't imagining him, and now, she had just thrown herself into his arms. How could she make such a fool of herself? He'd definitely tease her now. She missed that teasing, and her heart instantly replied, I missed him too. Man's smirk grew when she didn't glare at him or fight back. She didn't even argue, that was a miracle. And she looked beautiful, even in that western dress. In reality, Man thought. Now, he finally knew where she was. Geet knew Man was present here, but not why. And strangely, she had no intention of asking. She turned to leave. So, your date flopped? He commented. Nope, Mr. Khurana. It went very well, she replied with icy sarcasm. Maan pursed his lips, trying not to laugh. I wish I could say the same, after seeing you. Geet didn't ask him why he was here. For the second time, she turned to leave. But this time, he held her wrist, firmly. His grip accelerated her heartbeat, and today, she knew why. Mr. Khurana, leave my hand. I've got work, she said, breath catching. You are such a workaholic, Geet. Maan, please, right now, I'm not in the mood. So, better leave me. Like he ever did what she asked. She started wriggling her hand to get free. But he didn't budge. Maan, please, she said in a weak voice. Geet knew she was emotionally fragile right now. And she'd already given him more hints than she should have. How could I be so stupid? She scolded herself. She also knew if she stayed here a little longer, she'd do something even more foolish. She turned away, refusing to look at him. Refusing to look at his captivating eyes. She just needed to get through this moment. Don't listen to your heart. Her mind gave the command. Geet. Maan called her name in a husky voice that sent shivers down her spine. Don't look into his eyes, her mind warned again. But this time, her mind was late. His voice had already pulled her in. She looked directly into his eyes. And he didn't break the gaze. He was reading her, and she was letting him read every bit of her. Who is he? He finally asked after a few moments. The question shattered her trance. She cursed herself again for turning weak. She didn't understand why, or maybe, she just didn't want to understand. She started struggling again, trying to free her wrist. This time, while staring right into his eyes. With every passing second, Geet felt herself getting weaker in front of him. Her mind screamed, free yourself. And she did. Geet used her free hand to hold his. Maan watched, fully aware of her every move. She brought his hand near her lips. He kept watching. A soft smile played on his face. She closed her eyes and bit him. He loosened his grip, not because of the bite, but because he wanted to see what she'd do next. His mind said, she'll run. But his heart whispered, let her, we'll chase her. When Geet felt him release her wrist, she quickly pulled away and walked away. I wish I got your bite more often, Geet. He shouted after her with a teasing grin. Geet didn't turn back. She just ran toward her car, her face red with embarrassment. What did I do? What did he say? A smile crept to her lips, without her permission. Standing near the car, she glanced at him in the rearview mirror. He was smiling, his hand still near his lips, cherishing the moment. She closed her eyes, a wild storm of emotions inside her. Then slipped into her seat. Move, Rocky, she told the driver. Sparkles, and that was chapter 25, Mohabbat Ye. The tension thickens. The love, though unspoken, has found its expression in tears, touches, and a moment that can't be undone. Will Geet fight harder? Will Maan finally stand beside her? And will Abhi's fate be rewritten by love? Speech balloon, tell us in the comments. Do you think Maan will help Geet win this custody battle? Light blue heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Velvet Story for the next emotional chapter of Pretend. Studio microphone, stay tuned. Chapter 27 is coming soon. Until then, feel every heartbeat, feel every Mohabbat Ye.